32 times he's played for Manchester United, and as you can see, a special mosaic prepared for him, designed by fans, I'm told, as well. I think you know the number by now. It's a standing ovation for tonight's starter. Owen Hargreaves has got up from pitch side to join me. He's determined to enjoy this every second of it, isn't he?
Well, it's just a great opportunity to be able to have a testimonial. Not many players get the opportunity, so I think it's a great achievement for him. And at 11 years at Man United, it's a great achievement.
He's a good laugh in the dressing room, isn't he? Takes it seriously when he gets out there, but he's the life and soul, I've heard.
One of the best, honestly. One of my favourite teammates. Just somebody who's incredibly talented, fun, great to be around, very professional, knows when to switch it on and off.
Dennis Law is here.
Well, I think
he'll appreciate how much service that Rio's given to United.
Well, 11 years to any club is a great achievement, especially a club like Man United, who strive on having success year in and year out, and sometimes it's difficult for players to stay a long time in a club like this.
A new era at Old Trafford. David Moyes walking out that famous walk we saw from Sir Alex Ferguson so many times at the start of his managerial reign here. United have toured the globe over the last few weeks. It's been a bit draining, that's the word, for some of the players, but they're home in good time to get ready for the start of the Premier League and the Community Shield, which comes up in 2 days' time, of course, at Wembley against Wigan Athletic. Let's check on the two sides then. Tonight, the champions Manchester United, Januzaj, and the Chilean striker Angelo Enriquez, a 19-year-old loaned to Wigan last year, starts after a debut goal in Stockholm in midweek. And as for Sevilla, after that dawn arrival in Manchester, they've lost stars like Alvaro Negredo and Jesus Navas to Manchester City and spent a portion of it going into the second leg, and they knew they had this game tonight, so they've gone through anyway to a playoff in the Europa League. Sevilla, not long ago they won 2 UEFA Cups, of course.
Well, I think that was their golden generation. They had a great team there, and I think obviously Dani Alves was one of the key players.
That could be a bit of an emotional night as well for Rio Ferdinand. He said in the programme, I never thought I'd stay this long, but I think now he wants to finish his career here, and he will.
I think he will, yeah. I think he went through a phase the last couple of years where he probably wasn't playing as much as he was used to, and I think last season he had a tremendous season. It's great to see him back being as influential as he is, because I think Rio Ferdinand's not used to being a squad player.
Saw him in his other role as dad there, didn't we, as well? Lee Probert's got the job of refereeing tonight. Fazio, the Argentine defender, is captaining Sevilla, who were here. The only other time they played Manchester United was in a friendly 7 years ago. They lost 3-0 with Cristiano Ronaldo among the scorers. Big tribute piece to Rio Ferdinand from him in the match programme tonight. Of course, Ferdinand, one of the world's great defenders, a privilege to have played with him. He pays tribute to his mum and dad, also here tonight as well. Who drove him around all those hours when he was a kid, leaving work early, making sure Rio got his game of football. Could say it paid off in the end.
Well, I don't think anybody envisions it taking on the heights that it has, and it's just probably a very proud moment for his parents to be able to come here and watch their son have a testimonial for Manchester United.
So Manchester United starting a new Old Trafford season. Rio Ferdinand getting almost the first touch straight from the kick-off as well.
There's some seriously worrying signs here for Manchester United.
Well, we saw it earlier. I mean, Marvin's been able to get in these positions. Bacca as well. I mean, it's too easy. I mean, they're passing in straight lines. Perotti, Vitolo, tidy little finish, could potentially do a little bit better, but in the end the piece of play is too easy. Vertical passing, which is difficult against good teams, as we said. And Perotti into Vitolo, who's had a big impact. All those players have had a big impact on the first half.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out actually that Vitolo played a full 90 minutes last night, so these aren't players who've arrived here feeling super fresh, and you can see the frustration there on the face of...
All the way through the middle, Bacca, Marin, and Vitolo finishes off it again. And I mean, it's such a great piece of play, quick, sharp play. It's very difficult to defend against, as we said, and United is just a little bit of a step behind, and I think the fans here look a little bit surprised.
Well, they're not used to seeing Manchester United in this sort of position at home, whatever the
Marin
occasion
gets in
is.
a great position, plays in Bacca, willing runners from Vitolo, as we said before. Marin continues his run on, and it's a great little finish. As you see, outside the foot, Bacca into Vitolo, very unselfish, plays it in, squares it to Marin, and in the end it's a simple finish. And I think Sevilla has been the more dangerous side, the more he's a little bit fortunate. He's in a great position to take a header. It's a poor ball out wide to Butner. In the end, he still gets a ball in. A little bit like Valencia loops it back in. Kagawa has to do better. He should definitely score. If he just heads it back across goal, it's definitely, well, it's, I mean, he's shown today, getting forward and getting in attacker position, a little bit of a step over, doesn't do much. In the end, tries to get a cross in. As we said before, the end product isn't very good, and that's very frustrating for managers and strikers, especially getting the ball in a position to be